Okay, day 4. We've done 527 Ks today, that which is almost halfway across the Nullarbor. We have 184 Ks, 183 Ks to do today. Oh man, these days, these long days, this is really, really brutal. And we had a lot of help though last night from Ian and Beck, just on like improving our riding style and cleats and that sort of stuff, just to do a few checks on us, because my knees, or both of our knees, are ballooning out. I could barely walk yesterday. So we had to ice them off, they feel a lot better now. But the thought of 183 Ks today, I'm ready. I'm mentally ready. Yeah. So we're going to do this. We're going to make it happen.
Leaving Madura in the dark again was something, just the rhythm that we were really starting to get used to. But a gentleman came up and actually got up us for riding in the dark and give us a stern talking to. And rightly so. I think we were really ambitious and we wanted to try and get this done. But there'd been several cyclists that had been killed by road trains on this road in the past year. And so he was really looking out for us. And even though he approached us in a way that was a bit intense, we really respected what he had to say, and we really didn't want to take it lightly. So even though we were leaving in the dark, we really wanted to have that safety. So we were so happy that Beck was in the safety car behind us, and we all sort of changed our tune a little bit leaving Madura. The thing that made you the most nervous was there'd be like an accident or something, like they would hit us, or how, like? Or...
Yeah, like it's 110 Ks all the way, so that's a lot of vehicle coming beside a very small bike with with you guys on it. So it was just the sheer, physics, I suppose. It's just, it was not going to be a good ending if the truck didn't move or you didn't hear it or whatever. There wasn't a lot of slowing down between, and in that first couple of days where it was really windy and really turned, a lot of double white lines, obviously they couldn't move over. So there was a lot of that first few days of, there was really good shoulders, but it was just, how we worked together on that one.
You've seen elite athletes, weekend warriors, and now us on the ride. What's something they all have in common when it comes to resilience?
I think it's down to mental resilience. I think, you guys were training, I believe, in the lead up, but like not excessively to the volumes you were doing. You were doing like average day on a Tour de France is 160 Ks, and you're doing more than that most days. And Tour de France riders are doing hundreds and hundreds of Ks a week. So to get through that many kilometres, it had to be more mental than physical preparedness. So, physical obviously helps if you want to be that top athlete, but nutrition, we know that was a big one. I don't want to ever see another tuna can again.
We hit the ground running. We were doing a really good pace. It kind of felt like a acceptance of our surroundings this morning, and we were like, yep, this is it. This is what we got to do, and we're getting on with it. And then a bit of disaster struck and one of my rear wheel spokes snapped. Scared the shit out of me. I was like, was that a rock? What was that? And Beck stopped and got out and she was like, yep, that's a spoke, broken. I'm going to do a little repair job. Let's see, hopefully it'll be all right.
Spokes can snap from time to time, but when they do, the wheel starts to egg out and it just becomes worse and worse over time, and you can break more spokes.
And I forgot to bring them. Did you guys bring them? It was a bit of like the Spider-Man meme. The three of us were pointing at each other like, did you bring the spokes? Did you bring the spokes?
Unfortunately, spokes are one of the things that we forgot to pack as spare parts. So it was a definite challenge. the one thing we forgot. So it was challenging to continue to manage that issue as we continue riding.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road back again. I don't know the rest of the words of this song.
Almost 30 k's in. It's absolutely freezing out here this morning. I think we started at 2 degrees. It hasn't warmed up much. The sun's up though, which is nice. Absolutely beautiful scenery this morning, but bloody cold. I'm gonna do both knees with deep heat. Yeah. But this one's the worst, the left. This one's like not as bad. Still pretty sore, but.
We get to see her, mate. You had a track on the back of his truck.
It's probably gone.
I don't think it's going to cure it, but...
No, but it might take a bit of the pressure off.
Gun show.
You kind of need strapping tape, but you kind of need to shave down too, because otherwise that's going to hurt like shit to take it off.
We knew what each day had in store for us, and so we were really smashing it out, doing really good 20-kilometre blocks and stopping for really short term to be able to get some electrolytes and get some food and snacks into us so that we can continue to fuel on for the rest of the day, but making good time on this day.
Focusing a bit more on getting more nutrition in, more protein, more carbs. Just we had to feel ourselves pretty much to the brink of feeling like we were spewing because we were just using so much. We were doing these massive days, and it's so hard. It's harder than you think to feel yourself for these type of long endurance challenges. So we relied a lot on the info we got from Kate last time.
So when you're doing endurance exercise, the main I suppose metabolite that you'll be using in that time is carbohydrates. You have to be getting carbohydrates from your food. There's no point prioritizing heaps and heaps of protein if you're not getting the carbs, because your body's just not going to be able to keep up with that intensity of exercise for that period of time. It'll cap out.
Yeah, gotcha.
And just tried to double and triple what we thought we would need so that we had more than enough in the van.
Battling the flies.
Finally, we see the signs to Eucla and the numbers getting smaller and smaller, and we can see the cliff and the hill that we've got to ride up. And that one was definitely getting tough. Well, really tough for Beau at that point. I kind of found the second wind as we saw Eucla approaching, and was like, yep, let's just get up here. And next thing you know, Beck pulls up in the van, a bit of emotional support, has some music pumping, trying to motivate us with some beats to get up this hill.
Whew. I'm gonna have to stop at that 90 sign.
Okay.
Just the chill from it.
Yeah. Oh. We'll have a little dance party. You can do it. Nearly there. You can do it.
Holy fuck!
We're so close.
Fucking, when does this fucking hill fucking end? It's gone up for like 2 kilometres.
It's not far.
Fuck!
Ooh. Wanna have a break here?
Oh!
I honestly thought I was going to die. I was so tired and my knees were so flogged out. At this point, I'd been icing them every night and strapping them and trying to take the swelling down, and it just, nothing was really working, and it was extremely painful. Trying to walk even, so trying to punch up these hills on the bike, it just, every step was painful. And yeah, it was a hectic challenge to try and get there.
Climbing the hill at Eucla. This is continuous. We've had to stop part way up just to catch our breath. We're almost there. Oh my goodness.
Out of the two of us, I'm not the biker. Beau was definitely more at home on a bike, so it was odd. Like most of the time he was in front and leagues ahead of me, and the last few days I've spent just like trying to catch up basically. So it was kind of nice to get that little bit in front at the end of the day.
Oh,
Fucking never ending.
what a hill, what a hill, what a mighty big hill.
Oh my god, that's insane.
Ah.
How did we do that?
Because we're fucking legends, that's how. Yeah, dude. I can't reach.
Not now. How you doing, Reece?
It's helping.
Ice on your knees, man.
It's painful, but it's helping.
I've got to do it. My knees are so bad.
Yeah, mine aren't too bad, but yeah.
But they look pretty bad. Ice,
A bit puffed up.
elevation. You got to do some strapping, or that you're good for that? You reckon? Just taking the
strapping.
yeah,
I might do some stretching.
take the swelling down.
Yeah.
Day 5, and it was so nice to just wake up and have a little bit of a sleep in.
Waking up late in Eucla and having a good cooked breakfast in the morning, just sleeping in, was amazing. We were able to just do some active recovery and do some walking around and seeing what Eucla is and what there's around, and it was beautiful. Because Eucla, there's actually quite a lot to do there. We decided because we had the day off, we wanted to see a lot of the sites. So we went and looked at the sand dunes, and then from there we went back down to the beach, and Reece and Beck jumped in for a swim. A little bit cold for me, but I was feeling a bit crook at the time anyway. I thought I was going to get the flu. So I was like, I'm not going to tempt fate here. I've still got a lot of Ks to do, so I'm going to just keep my wits about me and keep warm. But Reece and Beck jumped into the ocean and they loved it.
And of course, I had to get in the water. Beck got in with me, and it was definitely a bit chilly. But it was awesome to swim in the Indian Ocean. I've never swum in that part of the world. It was like a little recovery session, a little ice bath for the legs.
But all good days must come to an end. We had to actually pack it up again and head off. And at this point, we thought we'd have heaps of time. It was only 12 kilometres, right? That 12 kilometres ended up taking us an hour to complete, which is crazy. We thought, yeah, heaps of time, we're all good. But an hour to complete 12 Ks, it was quite windy and quite hilly, so it just slowed us way down. And I think our legs were just getting used to the fact that they didn't have to pedal for the day, but we slapped them right around and got them going again. Finishing that 12 kilometres and reaching Border Village felt like a milestone. We'd crossed the border into South Australia, and we knew that we were more than halfway there now. So we were starting to get pretty excited knowing that we only had like 3 days left of cycling.
I don't want to get up, Reece.
You have to. He's up.
Here we are, day 6. It is pretty cold outside, feels like 5. So we've rugged up a little bit. We're leaving early. So we're running off South Australia time. So we're in a really weird time zone where they are kind of using
It's like a half.
Yeah, it's not. It's very bizarre. So we set our times for where we're getting to, because the last time we did that, we crossed the time zone and we lost 45 minutes, and it was probably one of the most disheartening things to happen.
It felt like we lost distance
Yeah,
as
well,
well.
and then it just was brutal. So we've set our time for SA time and hopefully get there before dark.
184 to the Nullarbor. Yeah, it's a long way to the top if you want a Nullarbor. Yeah, it's deep, but it's long. Getting sore for so long. Yeah, it's harder than it looks. It's a long way to the top if you want a Nullarbor.
The sunrise that morning was just remarkable. Open, big sky again. But the beautiful thing about this section of road that we'd reached was that was really close to the cliffs. There was a part where we actually right up against the Great Australian Bight, and there's cliffs all around on one side, and you can see over to the water. And as the sun is poking through and the cliffs are there and you're seeing the water, it was just a transcendent experience.
How you doing, brother?
Good. Just had a bit of an emotional moment. Just I don't know, just the beauty of the sunrise, and then just started thinking about my kids, and then just the music from the end of Lord of the Rings came in, that like da, 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 da. I'm just like riding along, tears just streaming down my face. It was like good tears, because like I don't know, just everything together I think made me a bit emotional.
Yeah, but look at it. It's pretty magic. And the coast is just there too.
Time for a banana, I think.
I think so.
And of course, here we are, yet another day with headwinds. I at this point, was so fed up with riding into a headwind. And look, granted, they weren't super strong headwinds, but they were just consistent. They were pushing like 20 to 25 k's an hour. And when you're riding at 20 k's an hour and you're riding into a headwind pushing at the same speed, it slows you down so much. And we're not cyclists. So like we're not used to pedaling into these types of conditions. So the wind is killing me. I just, every time we kept going, because it put so much pressure on my knees, and it was giving me the absolute shits at this point.